When a famous family loses someone quietly, the grief can feel just as heavy, sometimes heavier, because the spotlight rarely stops to look. Shawn Swayze, the younger brother of legendary actor Patrick Swayze, died on December 15, 2025 in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 63. According to his death certificate, Shawn died from an upper gastrointestinal bleed, ultimately caused by severe metabolic acidosis, esophageal varices, and alcoholic liver cirrhosis. His passing marked another heartbreaking loss for the Swayze family, years after the world said goodbye to Patrick. Who was Shawn Swayze? While the name Swayze instantly brings Hollywood memories to mind, Dirty Dancing, Ghost, The Outsiders, Shawn Swayze lived largely outside the glare of celebrity. He wasn't chasing leading roles or red carpets. Instead, he built a life rooted in hard work, family, and staying connected to the industry in a more behind-the-scenes way. Shawn was born in the United States. However, his exact birth date and city have not been publicly confirmed, a reminder of how deliberately private his life remained compared to his famous brother. He grew up in a close-knit family where creativity, discipline, and resilience were everyday values, qualities that shaped all the Swayze siblings in different ways. Early life and family roots. The Swayze household was known for its strong personalities and artistic influence. Patrick Swayze went on to become one of the most recognizable faces in Hollywood history, while their brother Don Swayze also pursued acting. Shawn, however, chose a quieter path. Growing up alongside siblings who would eventually step into the public, it wasn't always easy. Friends and relatives later described Shawn as fun-loving, energetic, and deeply loyal. Someone who showed up for family without needing applause. He was the kind of person who didn't need to be center stage to matter. Career and working life. At the time of his death, Shawn Swayze was working as an entertainment teamster, a role that placed him within the film and television industry, but away from the spotlight. Teamsters are the backbone of production, transportation, logistics, and coordination. Jobs that keep sets running smoothly but rarely earn headlines. It was honest work, physical work. And for Shawn, it seemed to suit him. Rather than riding on his last name, he carved out his own lane, contributing quietly while maintaining a sense of independence from Hollywood fame. Life in the shadow of a legend. Being Patrick Swayze's brother came with a complicated mix of pride and pain. Patrick Swayze, beloved for iconic roles in Dirty Dancing, Ghost, and Point Break, died in 2009 at the age of 57 after battling pancreatic cancer. His death was mourned worldwide. Fans lit candles, replayed his films, and shared memories across generations. For Shawn, that loss wasn't just cultural, it was deeply personal. Patrick's representative at the time said he passed away peacefully, surrounded by family, after a 20-month battle with the illness. The family's grief never truly faded, but they continued to honor Patrick's memory in meaningful ways. Honoring Patrick's legacy. Years later, Patrick's widow Lisa Nemi Swayze continued that mission. In 2024, she partnered with the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network to raise awareness and funding for research. Her words captured the family's enduring resolve. My connection with PanCan is because it's in honor of Patrick. Just because he is gone, it doesn't mean it's over. Shawn supported these efforts quietly, proud of his brother's legacy and the ongoing fight against the disease that took him. Personal life, a father first. More than anything, Shawn Swayze was a father. He is survived by his daughter, Cassie Swayze, and his son, Kyle Swayze, the two people closest to his heart. Friends and relatives described him as deeply devoted to his children, someone who carried both pride and protectiveness into that role. Despite personal struggles, Shawn remained connected to his family, never losing sight of what mattered most. Final days and cause of death. Shawn's death was sudden but rooted in serious medical complications. According to official records, the upper gastrointestinal bleed that caused his death was linked to advanced liver disease, including esophageal varices and alcoholic liver cirrhosis, along with severe metabolic acidosis. There were no publicly reported final words or statements from Shawn before his passing. His death certificate provides the clearest account of what happened, and the family has maintained privacy around his final moments. Sometimes, silence is the final boundary families choose, and it deserves respect. Reactions from family. One of the most heartfelt tributes came from Shawn's cousin, Rachel Leon, who shared an emotional message on Instagram in December 2025. She revealed that Shawn had recently taken a photo to help promote a Dirty Dancing themed crawfish event, honoring Patrick's legacy. Shawn proudly wore a custom t-shirt for the promotion, something that clearly meant a lot to him. Rachel wrote that Shawn was always fun and full of life. She also shared a bittersweet detail. They had recently been discussing plans for Shawn to visit Texas, something she had been looking forward to deeply. Her message ended with love, prayers, and a reminder that Shawn was cherished, not forgotten. A life often overlooked. Shawn Swayze may not have starred in blockbuster films, but his life mattered in quieter ways. He worked. He loved his children. He supported his family. He carried the Swayze name with pride, without demanding attention for it. And sometimes, those are the stories that deserve to be told most. Shawn's story reminds us that behind every famous name is a family. Real people navigating grief, pride, struggle, and love. He mattered not because of who his brother was, but because of who he himself was. A father, a worker, a family man, and someone remembered as warm and full of life. His passing closes another chapter in the Swayze family story, but memory keeps it open.